Hello everybody, this is Serptonius. We're going to be playing Empyrion Galactic Survival today. It is Alpha 3.4.0. Came out just a few days ago. This is a great opportunity to start a new Let's Play. This game is surprisingly solid, considering that it is in pre-alpha. Lots of fun. I played it quite a bit myself. And so let's get started with a new game. I will be going a little bit through as a tutorial Let's Play. Try to explain everything that I'm doing. If you run across something that I kind of sped through, please feel free to put a comment in the comments below, and I will definitely take a look at that and try to address that in a future video. Let's start off with the game name. For this one, we will do Season 1. The two game modes today are Survival and Creative. Survival, not only will you have to collect the resources to do all of your building, but you'll also have to fight enemies and, as it says, manage hunger and oxygen. Some planets you will not have to worry about your oxygen, but obviously in the moons and some of the harsher environments you will. In Creative, you do not have to collect the resources for your building materials, and there are no food and enemies or oxygen concerns. We will do the seed of 24601. And as I say, the two starting locations is Omicron and Akua. We're going to be starting with Akua today. Really, the only difference is with Omicron, you will have to worry about oxygen. As I mentioned earlier, some planetary bodies, that's a requirement. And also the critters running around on Omicron are a little bit harder. You can go ahead and pick a preset for the difficulty, easy, medium, and hard. We're going to be playing primarily with medium on this Let's Play, with a few modifications just for the Let's Play environment itself. The escape pod content is easy, medium, and hard. We're going to start off with easy, that way we can get a little bit of a jump start, a little bit less mining right up front. I'll be doing most of my mining off of camera with this Let's Play. The mining doesn't make for very good Let's Play. But I will be showing you a few techniques that I've figured out over the course of play. Player progression, we're going to put that on fast so we can, with the Let's Play, get to the quicker, get to the in-game content. The ore, we're going to leave that as normal. That ore rich and normal, that is how populated each one of the ore deposits are, and the number of deposits, few, plenty, and normal, we're going to be leaving that also with normal. With a few and small amount of ore, that tends to lead to a much more mobile game, whereas if you set it to plentiful and large deposits, your game tends to slow down, and there's really not a whole lot of reason to move around quite as much. It does not change the types of ore that is available per planet. That is hard-coded, but it does change the number of those ore deposits. The overall drone presence, we're going to leave that as normal. Get that to off, low, normal, and high. That is how many random drones there are on the planet itself. Tied directly to that is the drone base attack. How often are the drones going to be attacking your base? The rate of NPC spawn, that is the timer associated with the spawners that are in the enemy bases. There's quite a few scattered across the planet. Even on starter planets like Akua and Omicron, they'll have plenty. And enemy difficulty sets how hard the actual enemies are. For this Let's Play, we're going to be changing the constructor craft speed to fast and the blueprint production to fast. Also, so that's just so that during the Let's Play we can get that behind us as quickly as possible and move on to funner content. Watching a constructor tick through, not very much fun. So with that, we're going to start off on Akua, and here we go. As I say, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It's a lot of fun. Hope that you'll like it too. And we're starting off a little bit. Start off in a escape pod. The backstory is you're the last surviving member of the Titan. You might, or we will run into that Titan during the course of this play. It did crash land on Akua. Now we're coming down. You want to start close to a water body. The one in front of us is too shallow to have the seaweed or the blue crystals that we would want. Also, if you were in a planet that had oxygen concerns, also that may not suit you quite that well. And here we land. Okay, first thing I do is press F for the escape pod. That is indeed the best thing to do, and collect all of your gear. Again, this is an easy start, so all of these items are present. Now we are going to be using the built-in quest system, which is you see in the far right, place a survival constructor. First though, I'm gonna find a place to call home. We may be moving later on, I'm not sure. But as I say, we want to start next to a deep body of water. I have found that if the slope is too great leading into the water, it's kind of a pain to get in and out, but this one looks fine. So press tab to pull up your inventory. They want us to place down the survival constructor. We can do that, no problem. Also, if you notice on tab, I have my helmet on. Press U to pull that off. Looks like it didn't update the graphics when I did it, but there we go, my helmet is off. Let's place down the survival constructor as it recommended. Add the crafting materials and the fuel packs. Again, F when I got up close to it, and just click in all my ingots, my magnesium, promethium, fuel packs, oxygen bottles, and I just go ahead and put all of this in here. Work light, I will not put in there. Let's see, I think that is everything that goes in there. The motorbike construction kit I will put in there. Now it says add fuel pack template. That is so you have, this is the player inventory on the far left. The inventory in the center is the inventory of the constructor, and on the far right is everything that you can create. Right now you can see that the components is highlighted, so that means that that is filtered only on that. We have, I believe this is food and medical, weapons and items, building blocks, these are the ones you actually use to make things, components, which are all the intermediary parts, Devices are things that you can make with this constructor, and pure decoration blocks. This being a survival constructor, there are none. You can then filter on everything. And then bases. Guess we need to be on both. Some of the other constructors, you can't select both of these at the same time. Bases, capital vessels, small vessels, and hover vessels. These are the four classes of things that you can build. Right now it says fuel pack, so that is a component if I remember right. And so it just wants us to build one of them. Notice how it is not building it at this time. It's because we have the constructor turned off. Turn it to on and it will process. Again, we have the fast construction speed, so it is as quickly as it can be. Next thing it wants to do is add the motorbike template. Where is that? That makes sense. That's under the devices tab. So this is the complete set. So here's the motorbike construction kit. It is in our inventory. If we wanted to make another motorbike, over here on the far right, you can see it takes one motor, one pipe, two cables, one electronic, and two steel plates. Again, this being a survival constructor, it works a little bit differently than the later models. And this one actually takes no power, but you have to, which is very convenient. And I will keep that in mind for future use whenever it comes time to doing our ingots and ores. But as I was saying, with the motorbike construction kit, it takes the motor, the pipes, the cables. All of these have to be made individually before this can be assembled. That is something unique to the survival constructor, and it makes it kind of a pain to use. But as we just crash landed on a planet with no other resources, not bad. I'm going to create the motorbike. Again, it is on fast speed, so it doesn't take very long at all to make. So we now have our motorbike. Now it wants us to place our O2 generator. Not a problem. Again, tab to pull up the inventory. I'm going to put the oxygen generator down. And it must be placed in water. You notice that if it's not in water, the red box around it, or the box around it, is red, and if it's touching water, it is blue. Also notice that yes, you can put it way down deep in the bottom of the water, but when it comes time to get the oxygen that it does create, it'll be that much harder. F again to access it. I do not have any power packs. Let's pick up this one. Oh, so another item. I only want one power pack. So I hover over where I'm going to go and I right click one and it only picks up one. If I right click when it's already placed, I will pick up half of a stack. That's very useful later on when you're trying to maneuver huge stacks of items around and you only want specific amounts. That's how you split a stack, or you just add a single item. We're going to drop this in, and at the bottom you see it'll take 24 minutes operating time. Oh, I'm sorry. That is the amount of power that we have added to it. It will run for 24 minutes, and the next bottle will be created in just over 100 seconds. Status is on, and source quality 80%. I have found that whether you submerge this or just place it barely in the water like it is now, that source quality does not change. So that's off and going. Now it says pick up plants. It wants edible plants and medical plants. It is kind of a trial and error to figure out which is which. Looking around. Really, there are 3 types of plants. There are plants that you can immediately eat for food. There's some that you can immediately pick up for medical, and like this fiber, which is very, very important later on. That one is medical. Okay. It says that it is medical. The primary food plant on Akua are these corn dogs. They are, hit tab, they look exactly like corn dogs, and as you look over in the far right, they give you 50 food, and when you compare that to your center screen, you have a capacity of 500 food to run around with. And just one corn dog will give you 50. So another item while we're here, and I'm thinking about it, the health, food, oxygen, if any one of those top 3 reach 0, you're in trouble. You will die from lack of food, lack of oxygen, or lack of health. Also, in the bottom right corner of the player inventory screen, you see your current XP level, current experience points, and unlock points, which we will get to here shortly, and balance of credits. So that is based on the multiplayer options that are soon to... Some have been implemented and more to come, as I understand it. So that is a quick rundown on the food plants, and this fiber is actually, I consider it a intermediate product, as it mentioned here. It doesn't really help you with any medicine. It's more fiber. It's really good to have. This is another item, textured plant protein. This is very good for making hamburgers and pizza, if I remember right. So it wants us to consume an item. We can do that real quick. So you can either move it to your hotbar and click left, or with it in your inventory, just shift right mouse button and it'll consume the item. Makes it very convenient. Now it wants us to kill an animal and loot an animal. We do not have any weapons on us. Left them in this, or do we? Ah, we do have them. Okay. So this is how I set up my toolbar. Flashlight in 1. Some people don't use it. I completely understand. No problem with that. Projectile pistol that we start off with. Next we have our drill and our chainsaw. Those are used primarily in early game. The chainsaw I use almost never in the late game. The biofuel is what power these guys. Whenever we get to a better drill, we will no longer need any biofuel. I put my motorbike on 9. My health items, the best I have, on 8, whatever that is. Right now it's just a small med kit. Also, if you hover over it, you see the tooltip on the far right. That is 120 health. Let's see, and I think that's it for now. And now we are armed and dangerous. Let us go see if we can find somebody to murder. I'm sorry, kill an animal. Luckily, this is the beginner area on Akua, so it's not too bad. More fiber. Anytime that you see fiber, you definitely want to pick it up. In the late game, you will be scrounging around, doing everything you can to find some. Wow, okay, so this is aloe vera. That, quick side note. Oh, no, that one as well is an intermediate product. I'm sorry. I thought that would be a straight item in which you can use. Again, I'm just hovering over the different plants. to pick up the... Oh, I hear somebody. Okay, I don't see anybody. If there's any question on whether you can pick up something or not, just hover over it. And if it has the F interaction in the upper right corner, that means that you can indeed interact with it and pick it up. I hear somebody, but I do not see them. You can turn on J for your jetpack and quick little scout around. Ah, there we go. So there's quite a few items here in which to take out. Unfortunately, they are together. So if you take out one of them, you will take on all of them. We are not ready for that. Oh, more. Oh, the smaller herd, but again, with the beginner pistol, which is quite surprisingly effective. Still not sure I want to take on that many items right up front. Here's a guy all by himself. Okay, this is sugarcane. That is another intermediate product. Not completely useful unless you're making pies and cookies. Oh no. So that, as we get closer, we see they're part of that large herd. Do not want to take on large herds at this point in the game. It's the left shift key to run just a little bit. You don't see anyone by themselves. Ah, akua berries. That's another very nice food source. One of the items you will have to worry about as I'm walking around trying to find somebody is perishing. Food will spoil in this game. Later on, you will be able to make refrigerators. If you hold the tab and hover over it, you see this guy has a perish time of 24. I believe that is 24 minutes. The textured plant protein that I picked up earlier has a perish time of 28. We do need some spoiled food. Combine the spoiled food with that fiber that I keep talking about will make us nutrient solution. Nutrient solution is used to duplicate seeds. So if you're stuck with only one tomato seed, use some nutrient solution and you get 2 tomato seeds. I'm sorry, 1 tomato. With the nutrient solution will give you 2 tomato seeds. Looking around, I do not see anyone to shoot. Again, there is another herd. Do not want to mess with herds at this point in the game. More corn dogs, always a nice thing to find. Looking down at my food, it is okay. Here we go. Found this fine gentleman by himself. 2 main ways to get up from our levels. One is going around killing things. That works out quite well. Another one is to shoot things. And let's take out this guy. We are now level 3. I'm going to reload my pistol with the R key. And we're going to access the slime with an F. The raw meat, you can turn that into steaks and salamis. The alien tooth and the alien parts are used for advanced constructing later on. That wants us to create a steak or salami. We will definitely do that. On our mini map, it shows our O2 generator and our survival. I will run back to there. On the bottom left corner, you see as I'm running, the stamina bar is going down. You do not need to worry about your stamina bar going all the way down. It will regenerate itself, and also if it does reach 0, you will not die, unlike the health, food, and oxygen bars. So we will go into our constructor, shift left click the raw meat in there. Now click on the knife and fork, and our options are steak and salami. Why would you pick one over the other? The grilled steak gives you a much greater stamina boost of 20 as opposed to 10, but the perish time, you'll notice, is 25 instead of 70. So you definitely want to go with the salami when you can. Again, so I want to make all of them that I have, so I'm going to shift left click onto the salami. That queues up 10 items, which is more than I have, but it will just generate all of them that I have and then send them across. And now we have 3 salamis. And I think with that, we're gonna call it a episode right here. We have lots more of fun to see here in Empyrion Galactic Survival. And I wish everybody a great day. If you liked the video, please like. And if you also, if you like the video, if you would like and subscribe. And with that, I will say good day to you, and I will catch you next time. Good day.